Okay, it's super duper early, and I've literally just come out of meditation, and this is so strong, so strong, that I have to share. Oh, my foot's gone dead. Tea. Okay. It may be a slight follow on to last night's Instagram video that I did, but let me carry on. Okay. So when we try to make each other happy, we do it because we know that it will make that person happy, and it feels good to make people happy. Like, however selfless we think that the task is, there is an element of self-gratification because of that universal oneness, that if you are making somebody else happy, you are indeed making yourself happy. Did that come out right? If you are making somebody else happy, that means that you're making yourself happy. Wow, that sounded... But when we are hurting people, we give a list of reasons as to why we need to hurt that person. Like, when we make each other happy, we don't have to justify it, we just do it. But when we make each other sad, we have to justify it because we know that it's wrong. Because in hurting others, we are indeed hurting ourselves. And we're not justifying it to other people. What we are doing is we are justifying it to ourselves. So we come up with a list of reasons why that person needs to be hurt, to almost regulate the situation. That person is this, that person is that person is insert here, so that they are less than, so that I feel better about hurting them. And it's retaliation. It's vengeful. And who does it really serve? When we hurt other people, when we say mean things. And we do it from being children, don't we? Why did you hit him in the face? Because he did this. Why did you take that ball from him? Because he did this. Why did you throw that rubber? Because he did this. It's like we're taught so early on. A robin's just landed outside right in front of me. It's my spirit animal. I've completely lost train of thought. This video is literally just something to think about. Why not try a different approach to having been hurt? Because I think about this a lot. When people hurt us, when we think that we're being so hard done by, when we think that someone is, really doing their best to harm us and, make our life a misery and all this sort of stuff, like, I sort of find it bordering on egotistical, because it's all about the self, and we don't take any compassion or understanding into why that person is actually acting the way that they're acting, and a lot of people act from conflict inside themselves. Well, that's and a lack mentality, a scarcity mentality. And I come back to that whole sharing thing, like when kids are snatching toys. The abundance is all in the room. The room, the universe, we are surrounded by toys. We just need to look at other things rather than the situation in hand. It's like when we get hurt in a relationship, all we want to focus on is that hurt. All we want to focus on is how that person did us wrong. Like the fear of being alone, the fear of not being able to find someone, when really it's just that one person. We are so focused on that exchange, that's in the grand scheme of your life. If you think about how small that exchange is, and how much time it takes up in your energy, in your thoughts, in your life, who's actually done the most harm? Is it that person or is it yourself? And I think, like, when we're making each other happy, we it's not a thing that we mull over. It's like, it's just because I can make you happy, I can make a stranger happy, just because. I don't care who that person is. When we give money away to homeless, to charities, it's because you don't know who's on the other end of that. You don't know who these people are truly, because it makes you feel good. It makes you feel good to give. It makes you feel good to be compassionate. It makes you feel good to be empathetic. But then why, when somebody's hurt you, can you not offer the same things to that person? And I think, like, I speak so much in regards to, this in a way is how we should parent our children, and basically how we should come forward and show up in all our relationships. Like, if somebody's hurt you, ask why. That show compassion even when it's hard. Why is that person trying to hurt you? And most of the time it's because that person really loves you or really likes you, or you have hurt that person. The cycles of retaliation, and that whole thing about, like, in the playground when a boy likes a girl, they tease and they punch and they push, and that's notice me. You're not noticing me. I want you to notice me. I like you. It's not that I don't have the skills to tell you that I like you. It's the fact that you're not listening. Like, I'm showing you and you're not seeing. And this is where I see so many couples that are in these spirals, these cylindrical cycles of harming each other, because they're not being seen or heard by the other partner. I have to go and do this, because then he will do this, and like guys saying that they have to cheat because she's doing this, or they have to spend all their time at work because of this. And Like there's all this justifying your behavior to yourself, like nobody else is listening. Honestly, nobody else is really listening to your justification of anything. You're doing this to yourself. I've done this in the past. I want to do something wrong, so I'll justify it to myself, and make it right the balance in my mind, right those horrible feelings that don't feel nice. And I just keep coming round to the point of, we don't do this when we're trying to make each other happy. And it's because we know. This whole notion about us all being able to feel each other's pain and one can't be happy without the other. To a certain degree, it's true. It's true. You can't be fulfilled. You cannot be fulfilled. You cannot be happy. You cannot live in true abundance when you're taking it from other people. You cannot. The universe doesn't allow it. You will lack in one part of your life. If you are stealing from others, you will lack trust in your relationships. If you are cheating on people, then you'll find that you won't have support. Like, what you give out to the universe is what you receive. Like, just try it. Just try it. Like, the next time that you get into a disagreement or a skirmish or an argument with somebody, like, try and ask why. Try and slow it down and just, why is this happening? Why would this person say this to me? When our kids are losing their rag and having tantrums and throwing things and hitting us and saying, "Mum, I don't love you," and you're the worst mum in the world and all this kind of stuff, what are they actually saying? They're saying, "You didn't choose me. I need to be heard right now. You're not listening to me." That's all that they're saying. When they hit, it's like, I need you to be present right now with me. I need you to not be trying to cook. I need you to not be trying to do what you're trying to do. I need you here with me, and I will hit you because I know that gives you, it makes you present. It wakes you up. It brings your focus back to me. That's what that child is saying. It's in the justification that we find the arrows that are pointing to what we really need to know. Think about to yourself. Why do we justify? It's the balance. We know that we're doing something we shouldn't.